And then if we talk about techniques and different methods that you can find out there, I'm more promoting those that make you the one responsible, that you have to do the work, because it all depends on you. Because there are some methods that only transmit energy, and then there are some people and therapists that make you dependent on them or on that system. My goal is to give people the basics and then make them more and more self-sufficient so they can use everything for the rest of their lives. Seeing my experience of people along more than a decade, I would advise you to find someone who can teach you the shortcuts, who you can trust, who is powerful enough to trust. So you need to find a good teacher, leader that you can rely on, because might be that at this point of feeling and being lost, you are not in the position to be strong enough to keep yourself on track, because your mindset is still very confused and all over the place. So you end up in distractions and end up being surrounded by the people who hold you back. And when you can develop this love bond with someone you follow who is already where you want to be, who is authentic, that will move you from the heart. When you get a community on the side, it is even more amazing, because you can connect with like-minded people. And I see sometimes it's a very big issue that people are isolated and the people around them don't really get it. So they have no one to talk things out with. They are not understood. They are lonely. So many times they give up for this reason. So yes, I would advise you to find your tribe, find your leader, and then money. I know that money is a big issue. It has always been. But let me tell you one little example from when I was exploring my method with the crowds, with the big groups. So what happened was, so I created some challenges and I had this big group of 10,000 people. And I knew that my method and my techniques worked, so they just had to do it. And I was trying to find all the ways to push them, because I knew if they did it, they get the results. Now, what happened was I made it free for them. I said, there is nothing to stop you. It is all here for free. But what happened was, a lot of them came up with different arguments. And they came up with that because they had fear of change, because they were not ready, because they couldn't understand what they get in return, and because they were in a victim mode. I realized that money was not the issue. The issue was that they were not ready. So when you're ready and when you truly understand what that means and what change that can bring in your life, that's when you want to make things happen. Because yeah, people buy the iPhone even if they have no money, but they show off and I have the iPhone and I'm in this iPhone tribe and iTribe. I understand, but we don't look at things based on what the value we get. We go to the store and we buy all the clothes because we are so empty inside and we want to follow the trends and we want to be like our friends, and we are so stuck in life, so that makes us happy for a moment, but that's it. And at the same time here, you invest into yourself, so you make an effort, and when you pay for what you sign up for, then you cannot abandon it. When you don't pay for it and it's free, there's no responsibility. Oh, I do it or I don't do it. There's nothing to lose. But when you pay for it, there's something to lose, so you will do it. And you have to do it. And then you get the results. And you always need to look at, okay, if I sign up for this, if I take this, what is the value that I get out of it? Is it worth it for me? I can give you a lot of examples that my students had as improvement in their lives, and let me share with you some of them. They learned to handle emotional imbalances, had a clear map of understanding themselves. They know how to shift their weaknesses into strengths. They accumulate this drive and this power that they have control upon their lives, and they build confidence and strength, and then they are not afraid of challenges anymore. Let's say a challenge is a new job. Let's say a challenge is a promotion, or moving somewhere else, or trying out something different. And that comes back also financially. They learn to say no whenever they have to, and create proper boundaries that would filter toxic people around them. So doing so much work on themselves, abusive people change into supportive people and mutually uplifting connections. And that's a huge plus, because you cannot imagine how much abusive and negative people drain your energy, so that you are stuck in your life and you just cannot get out of your rabbit hole, and that costs you a lot of time, energy, and money. There's a lot of the times shift of lifestyle, losing weight, becoming more feminine, more sexy, more confident. There is a deeper and very solid self-love in knowing how to come back to it whenever you get triggered. Better connection with family, children, deep understanding of these connections, and avoiding games and drama. Knowing how to deal with triggers and self-heal when needed. Not afraid of challenges. Financial improvement, which means better job, better salary, or daring to step on your own journey, starting your own company, getting new opportunities in your company because your energy is shifting, understanding why you are stuck financially, professionally, or in your company. More confidence, better relationship with yourself, with your partner, with others. Daring to dream, plan, but above all, daring to fail, because you fail several times until you succeed. So this is a skill you need to master. You cannot be afraid of failure and taking risk. And that's what makes you the most alive. Learning how to consciously get out of your comfort zone and process your fears and push yourself through your own limits. They became very self-aware, energy level aware, knowing how to increase their energy levels, connecting with their own source of energy. And I want to explain this for a little bit, since people have no access to themselves because they are stuck in their head, stuck in their fears, stuck in their comfort zone. So there's no way to fill up through the heart, through the soul, from your own source. And that's why they get drained and they get older faster. They lose their energy and they need other people to drain energy from them, because they are not able to provide energy for themselves. Like, you can see people that are full of energy and they are surrounded with people who need their energy, and there are people who have no energy and they need other people's energy. And then there are people who are living off of other people's energy, and they are clearly energy vampires. Learning all this, you learn how to have access to your own energy and make it unconditional and unlimited. Where can you fail? Because you can fail. And this is why I said you need someone to grab your hand, to have your back, who you can rely on, whose energy is pushing you, because then you are sharing energy. So you are not alone anymore and you feel more empowered. But where you can fail? When you are not ready and you get distracted easier. Even if you are ready, you can get distracted because there's several fears and a lot going on in your subconscious mind. But when you're not ready, you get distracted. And that's why I don't encourage programs and trainings that rely on impulsive buyers. When you are a proper teacher and a leader, you need to understand that this is something you need to be ready for. This is not impulsive, because then people would bounce off. And then why would you get the money of those people who are not ready? Are you so greedy? I'm not really fond of those trainers. And you need to watch out and be very mindful. You need resilience, consistency, and focus. So you need to do the hard work every day, no matter what your monkey brain is telling you. You need to stay consistent, and you need to keep your focus. You can adjust a little bit as you see more of the picture and you realize, oh, I want something else, and it's okay. But still, you need to keep focus. As I said, you can't fail because you try alone and then you fail. And then you say, oh, these teachers are greedy, so I'm not going to invest money. So you try out all the free stuff, but they don't get you committed to that level. You don't put that effort in it. You don't have the same understanding. You don't have the same level of knowledge. And you think that you save money, but you waste a lot of money that you could have earned if you invest and do the hard work. A lot of the times I see people that they are not ready for the positive change, and it's a process that you learn to receive positive change, that you learn to get to know this new you. And as an example, I would bring up the weight loss challenges, where some people give up because they are so acquainted with their old self that they get freaked out of the new self, who is slim, who is sexy, who is beautiful. And there's a lot of things going on in the background, being afraid of being beautiful, having some trauma and some drama. This is what I'm talking about, that some people get freaked out, and it takes time until your mind and your whole system gets okay with this journey and with this power and with this knowledge and with this freedom that you get on this path. Then, as I already explained, if you invest money into yourself, then you hold yourself accountable, because you have fear of loss, and that pushes you to do the work because you don't want to waste your money, instead of taking something free and way more simple, where you don't have that same assistance, that same guidance. And then the habit of following your path. So until you are not having this habit developed, there's a lot of things that might distract you, that might slow you down, that might pull you back, and that's okay. But if you always remind yourself, okay, where am I heading to? Where's my path? Then you can push through this. But a lot of people I see failing here. Then I want to address the question, can you do it, or why you should do it? I do believe that you can do it. Under the right circumstances, in the right situation, you can do it, and there is the way that you get there. You just need to want it badly enough and do the work every day. Stay consistent. And some people can go for it alone, but some people need guidance. Why you should do it? I would relate to my own life story. And if I look back at the Andrea who started this journey, who was very masculine, who had no style, who was full of oppressions, who was anxious, who was very offensive and defensive, who had a lot of drama, who was in this victim mode. And I look at myself right now, where I'm aware of my system. I'm in charge of my system. I'm in charge of my life. I created my life on my terms. So I have my business. I have the things that I love doing. So for me, work is not work. And I love working. I can combine that with the things that I love doing. I love working with people, and I could process a lot of the judgments that I had with people. So I had a very deep understanding of people. I know the goals that I want to achieve, and I know how to get myself there. And I got rid of so much negativity. But above all, if I look into the mirror, I love the woman and the human that I'm seeing. And now I say, okay, you did a great job, but I want to make a difference with it. And this helps me stay in my heart and live from my soul. So everything that I'm doing, I do in this deep self-connected state, and I give and receive. And this beautiful energy I can be every day of my life. I'm not afraid of the ups and downs, and I'm not afraid of touching rock bottom sometimes, because I know that that's part of the path, and that's a way of transformation to get to the next level. Basically, I lost my fears. And here I want to talk about fear a little bit. Imagine that fear is just an emotion, but the biggest part of humanity is ruled by their fears. Fear is an emotion in your body that you can release and transform into faith, confidence, and power, into drive and motivation. And you can do that simply by working on your mindset. If I tell you that with simple techniques you can get rid of all those fears, maybe you wouldn't believe that, but I have seen that happening with hundreds and thousands of people. So imagine the state of fear is an emotional state, is not you. And when you push through your fear, you push through your comfort zone, and then you conquer a new chance to live your life fully by simply just processing your fears. Your life will change completely. And the reason why I'm talking about my own method and my own technique is to show you the way that there is a way to get through. There is a way to discover yourself, and you have to do that in order to find your path, in order to self-connect, in order to get out of this feeling and being lost. And that's how the world will change. Imagine this new empowered you, where you're self-aware, aware of life, aware of people, and you are in charge of your power, and you hold space for your life, for your decisions, for your plans, goals, and dreams. Because you are confident enough, because you know things from inside, because you are in this deep state of self-connection. That's what I'm teaching. I can also explain how I work, and if you want to work with me, this is the way to go. I'm not mainstream. I'm not looking for impulsive buyers. I want people who are ready. And even if those people feel ready, they might still not be ready. So if you want to work with me, I take private and I take group training. You can join the waiting list. And then when the training starts, it starts with a catch-up training, meaning that we prepare your system, your mind, heart, and soul, and you get the basic knowledge about yourself to be able to start this journey. You will also have to develop a daily routine with very basic techniques like 1 affirmation a day, 1 meditation a day, and then a little bit of self-reflection. It's very simple, it's very easy, but even that by itself will change your life tremendously. We work on key topics like self-connection, self-esteem, self-confidence, grounding, developing inner balance. And you get to know the very basics around these topics. And then there are some people for whom this will be enough because they don't want to work that hard. They just want to feel okay. And then there's the people who want more and who are ready, and they can come with me towards developing senses. So there will be people who will stop by this preparation section, which is 2 months. And in these 2 months, you will see if you are ready to move forward, if you are ready to take the next step. And if you are not ready, it's okay to still take your time and then maybe join by the next round or the 3rd round, or just stay with this because still you don't feel ready, maybe in 5 years. And that's okay. I'm not pushing you. I want you to rely on your inner voice, on your gut feeling. And then there are the people who are ready, and with them we dive into ourselves. That's the Quantum Leap program, and I call it Quantum Leap because it really gives you a quantum leap in your life. It opens your horizon. It opens the whole space of you from inside and outside, and as you change from inside, the world from outside will change. Your decisions, your mindset, your energy level, your self-awareness. You become more and more focused. You do the self-work every day. You process a little bit. You take and you use those techniques every time whenever there's the situation, and all that as a part of a community, and also with my guidance. So there's live sessions, and then I'm answering questions, and then we remove those concerns and fears, and we learn processing emotions. We learn developing emotional balance. We start to understand our mind, our heart, our soul, read into it deeper and deeper. We start stepping into our power. We start understanding the nature of our problems and what's in the background, how you can shift your energy level to sort out your problems, to take all the challenges into walk the straight path. Because a lot of people don't walk the straight path. They are avoiding fears and challenges because they are not able to cope with those. And then they wonder why they are lost. I teach you how to work yourself through your weaknesses, how to map up and understand yourself. But at the core of everything is reading and opening your senses, aligning with your soul, and aligning the mindset and your mind with your soul. And then the heart gets aligned too. And then for a lot of people, these states of depression, anxiety, and feeling lost will disappear. And then you have access to this inner fire, this inner source of energy. You will become unstoppable. I would describe this process more as similar to a baby's development. So first of all, you're a baby and you're completely helpless. You're exposed to your mother and you're breastfed. You have your own needs, you poop, you get your nappy. You need someone to take care of you, and then you become a toddler, and then you grow, and then you learn to walk, and then you learn to use your body, your everything more and more. Then you learn to run, and then you're ready to accomplish more complicated tasks. This is this journey of finding your path. So is a skill that you develop step by step, and you become stronger and more aware. I don't want to hold you depending on me. I want you to be self-sufficient. Some of you need more time, some of you need less time, and that's completely fine. Some of you want to work with others, that's completely fine. But I know that there's some people who need me. I'm glad if you're here that you watched this video so far. I hope that you got insights and you can understand feeling and being lost deeper. If you have further questions, you can ask in the comment section and I will try to answer them. And if you want to join my tribe, if you want to explore this topic with me, you can subscribe to the waiting list and I will announce when the next training starts. But don't forget, you just start an amazing journey of self-discovery. You became a seeker, and being lost is amazing because at least you are aware of it. So from now on, the rest depends on you. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.